Hello student, welcome back to my channel. So today we will discuss here about the next topic of chapter electric charges and field. So the name of the topic which I will discuss in front of you today is, first I will explain in front of you about the electric dipole. After that we will discuss here about the electric dipole moment, electric dipole moment. After that we will talk here about the next part. Due to this electric dipole moment, we will calculate the electric field intensity in different parts. So here, due to dipole means, here when I will write here dipole, it means that we are discussing here about the electric dipole. So due to this dipole, we will calculate the electric field intensity due to dipole, electric field intensity EFI at an axial line. Okay, case number 1 I will discuss in front of you, and after that the second derivation, an equatorial line. Got it? So in today's lecture I will discuss with you about the all topics which I have written here. So maybe this lecture will be long, so you have to watch this video in part. Don't see this video continuously if the video length is more than 40 minutes, because it create some problem in your eyes, means that irritation. So that's why you have to watch this video in by part to part, means topic wise. Okay, but till end. Okay, after that we will start the first topic here, the electric dipole. So student, the topic electric dipole I have already explained in Google Meet classes. So those who are not able to attend the Google Meet classes on that time, they can see the video here, or those who attend already, they can also see the video for their revision. Okay, so electric dipole. Here the first topic which I am writing here, electric dipole. So student, electric dipole, when we talk about the electric dipole, it is nothing but, when we want to write the definition dipole, electric means, here if I will write charge, because in case of electricity we are basically discussing about the charge. So here the electric dipole I can differentiate, means charge, dipole means with polarity. What is the meaning of polarity? Polarity means we have two charges of different charge, or you can say two unlike charges. In short, we can say we are talking here two unlike charges which are separated at some distance, So this is called our electric dipole. So if we want to write the definition of electric dipole, we will see here the electric dipole is an arrangement in which two charges, one is negative, another is positive. We are representing the electric field in this way. The reason is that because of the direction of electric dipole moment. We will discuss later on. So here an arrangement in which two point charges, as we know, two equal and opposite charges. It means that equal charges means that the charge which are equal in magnitude, and the opposite charges means that in sign. So in which two charges have equal magnitude but opposite sign are separated at some distance. Here I am considering the distance 2L. You can consider 2A also. So this type of arrangement is called electric dipole. Now here if I consider this point is A, this point is B, then this point supposed to be C, which is called the midpoint of an electric dipole. So here if 12 is the whole length of AB, so the length of AC is L, similarly the length of CB is L. Got it? Now here we want to define the definition first of an electric dipole. So we can say it is an arrangement. It is an arrangement in which two equal and opposite charges placed or separated at small distance. Got it? So this, from the given diagram, we can see here two charges placed at 2L distance. So this basic definition is the definition of an electric dipole. Now here after the definition of electric dipole, the second one will be the electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment. Got it? Electric dipole moment. Now see the student, when we talk here about the electric dipole moment, it means that we are talking here about a physical quantity. Here the electric dipole means that we are talking here about an arrangement in which the two equal and opposite charges placed at some distance. Means here we are discussing about a system of two charges like that. But when we talk here about the electric dipole moment, it is defined as the product of magnitude of charge in electric dipole and their distance of separation, or the distance between them, you can say, and we can write like that, and the distance between the charges in dipole arrangement. It is denoted by P, and it is a vector quantity. Remember this point. Its direction always from negative charge, or you can write minus q to plus q. In place of this I am writing here negative charge to positive charge. Okay, means from minus q to plus q, or you can write from minus q to plus q charge. Got it? Or you can write like this. So here when we want to show the numerical formula for this, we can write P is equals to electric dipole moment. P is equals to the magnitude of charge. As we know that both charges in electric dipole are equal in magnitude. I have already explained this thing, and the distance between them is 2L. This is the distance. So you are writing here Q into D, but here as we know that distances are 2L. This is the distance between the charge, means from the center of one charge to center of another charge. If we have a two spherical charge body, so from the center of one charge body to center of another charge body. But here we are discussing about the distance, so it will be the distance between the two charges. Okay, so it will be P is equals to Q into 2L. So our final formula will be, I am writing here, is equals to P into 2QL, or you can write here 2AL also, or 2QA also. Okay, so this is the value. In place of L you can write A also. In some books you can see this type of condition. So got it? So this is the value of electric dipole. So after the discussion of electric dipole and electric dipole movement, if we want to show the direction also, so we can see here vector symbol, and the direction is from minus q2 plus q, means A along AB we can say. Otherwise you can use modulus symbol. If any place we want to show the direction of P, so you can see here the direction of P is always from negative to positive charge. If we compare the direction of electric dipole moment P and the electric field E, then we will see that here direction is from minus q2 plus q charge, and the direction of electric field is plus q2 minus q. So what we will observe from these two, we will observe that the direction of electric dipole moment is just opposite to the direction of electric field, because the direction of electric field is from positive to negative charge, whereas the direction of electric dipole moment is from negative to positive charge. So the both are reverse. That's why we can say here this direction. Got it? So note this point. After that I will write here the SI unit and dimension formula of electric dipole moment. So note it fast. Student, if you are not able to see right hand side part, you can see now. This part is enough. So this is the camera adjustment, because of that it happens. So after that I will start the next one. So see, equatorial line I have written there. After that the next one, we will talk here about the part of this derivation, which is their SI unit and the dimension formula. So see, when we talk here about the SI unit of this, so we will see here SI unit of P, it will be 2QL, as we know that Q means coulomb, L means length, so it will be coulomb meter. Coulomb and L means length, SI unit of length meter, SI unit of coulomb charge is coulomb, so it will be coulomb meter. And when we want to write the dimension formula for P, so we will see here SI unit, as we know that SI unit of charge is coulomb, so dimension formula for charge is 80, and here it is L length, so it will be LTA. Got it? So it is the dimension formula. If we want to write the standard way, M0, M0, L1 or LTA. So this is the dimension formula of electric dipole moment. So after that we will give you an expression about the electric field intensity. These two I have done. So about the electric field intensity due to an electric dipole in different places. So first place, when we want to calculate the electric field intensity due to this electric dipole in their axial line. Axial line means that we will calculate the electric field intensity on the axis of electric dipole. So for that we will write here first heading. After that we talk here about the condition. So just wait student. So see, first two topic I have done. Now the next third part is electric dipole. See here. Now here we have a point P on the axis of an electric dipole. Supposed to be this is the point P on the axis of electric dipole, where we want to find the electric field intensity due to the system of two charges which have small separation, means electric dipole. So let us consider here, this is our point P where we are calculating the electric field intensity. The heading of this derivation is electric field intensity. The heading of this derivation is electric field intensity due to an electric dipole in axial line, in an axial line. Okay, so axial line means that here we are considering a charge, unit test positive charge placed on the axis of electric dipole. So I am writing some starting definition. So let us consider unit test positive charge, unit test positive charge is placed on the axis of an electric dipole at distance small r from the center of an electric dipole. Got it? So it is placed at distance small r from the center of an electric dipole. Here, this is the unit test positive charge, which is 1 coulomb I am taking. Now we want to find the electric field intensity due to the electric dipole on this point. So the distance of this point from this B point at which plus Q charge is placed is, from the diagram you can see, R minus L, and similarly from this point will be R plus L. Got it? So from the diagram we can say, from the diagram, distance of I am writing in short, BP is equals to R minus L, AP is equals to R plus L, at which negative Q charge and positive Q charge is placed. Got it? So we are calculating here initially the electric field intensity due to this positive charge and due to this negative charge at the point P. We have given the initial distances from the plus Q charge and minus Q charge. So we will apply the electric field intensity due to this positive charge and due to this negative charge at point P. After that, we will calculate here the total or net electric field intensity due to the system of charge, means electric dipole at this point. Okay, so first I am writing here the electric field intensity, magnitude of electric field intensity. Now we can start the derivation from here. Now magnitude of electric field intensity, okay, student, at P due to minus Q charge. Supposed to be the electric field intensity by minus Q charge is E1, E1, and the formula of E1 means electric field intensity, you know, it is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 over R1 means the distance between A and P, AP square, and here the value of Q1, we know that the Q1 is equals to negative Q charge, but here we are taking magnitude, so we will use only magnitude, which is equals to Q. Got it? So here I am writing Q. In next step I will write E1 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon, this is the distance R plus L whole square. If you want to show the direction of electric field here, so that time if you want to write here in vector form, means in vector form if you want to write, you can use vector symbol, and the direction of this electric field, as we know that this is our negative charge and this is unit positive charge, means positive in nature, so positive negative will be the attraction. So the electric field which is E1 here is along the direction of PA, means toward A, along, we can write PA, or if you want to write any x here, so we can write XP also, so along the direction of PA. Got it? So after that the second one is similarly the electric field intensity due to the second charge. Similarly we are calculating magnitude. Okay, electric field intensity at P due to plus Q charge, and you know that the plus Q charge is placed at this point, so the distance between B and P is R minus L. So the electric field which I am using for it is E2, so it will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by BP square, and here I am considering this Q2 is equals to plus Q charge, the magnitude of this is again Q. Okay, so without sign I am writing here magnitude of charge which is Q coulomb, so Q2 will also equal to Q. Now after that E2 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q2, and this BP is equals to R minus L whole square. Now here if you want to show the direction of electric field, you can see, come on the picture, so here you can see this positive charge, this charge has positive sign. Similarly the charge on P is also a test positive charge, so positive positive repulsion, so direction of electric field due to this charge E2 is away from P, means from Px direction, or along Px direction you can say. So here if I will use sign vector symbol, so we can say along Px. So from the diagram you can see the direction of E1 and E2 both are opposite. So we will see here the net or total electric field due to this electric dipole will be the difference of this, but which come first, it depends on the strength of electric field. Okay, so the strength of electric field which I will write here, you can see, as we know that electric field is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So from the diagram you can see R plus L has larger distance with respect to R minus L, means that R minus L is smaller as compared to R plus L. So if it is smaller, the value of E2 is inversely proportional to it, so it means that E2 is greater with respect to E1. So from this condition we can write here E2 is greater than E1. Okay, since we know that from the above discussion E2 is greater than E1, then we will get the net electric field intensity due to an electric dipole. So I am erasing this part. You can pause the video and note down. Now see here, I am writing the electric field intensity. Now see here, as we know that E2 is greater than E1, so the net electric field intensity I will write here, net electric field intensity at P due to dipole. This is the required answer, due to dipole. It will be, and we know that the point P is in their axial point or axial line. So E axial is equals to E2 minus E1, as we know that E2 is greater than E1. Got it? So E2 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R minus L whole square minus E1 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R plus L whole square. From the diagram you can see these two value here from this part to this part. So you can take common, the common value is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught and Q also. So the remaining is R minus L whole square, R plus L whole square. Got it? Now after the calculation of this, you will get the final answer, which is our electric field intensity at point P due to the electric dipole. So I am erasing this part for this. Now after that, student, see here it will be Q over 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so the LCM of these two is R square minus L square, after that whole square, and this will go that side, and after opening A square B square plus 2AB with negative sign, and after that it will open A square plus B square minus 2AB. Now after that we will write final answer R square L square 2RL minus R square minus L square plus 2RL over R square minus L square, this one Q over 4 pi epsilon naught. So you can cancel out the values, and after that you will get the answer Q over 4 pi epsilon naught, and 2RL means 4RL over R square L square raised to the power 2, and I will split this 4RL with Q in this way, 2 times of 2Q into L, and 1 R is also here, and this is R square minus L square whole square, and 2QL, you know that it is the value of electric dipole moment, which I have proved in previous topic, means before this. So you can write here 2 P R over R square minus L square. So this is the value of our axial electric field due to an electric dipole. Listen student, one thing, this is the general formula. If the value of L is not comparatively small as compared to R, so that time we will use this formula. Okay, so our final formula is, on behalf of this, E axial is equals to 2PR over R square minus L square raised to the power 2. But here in most of the conditions, or the answer of derivation is on that condition for which the L is comparatively less, very less with respect to R. Means when we are calculating the final result of this calculation, otherwise you have to remember this answer also for your numerical portion. If we can write here, if L is comparatively very small with respect to R, so we can say that the square is very much smaller than R square. So we can assume here, we can put the value of L square is equal to 0 or it will be approach to 0. So I am writing here the value of L square is equals to 0. So for this condition, the answer of this result is see here, the answer of this result is E axial is equal to 2pr over, as we know that L square is equal to 0 because L is very small as compared to r. So we can write here r raised to the power 4, r square raised to the square 4. So this will cancel out. So the final answer 2p upon r cube, and you can add one thing also here. See, from this condition I will use this part also. So it is 4 pi epsilon naught. I forgot to write this part, 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi epsilon naught. So 4 pi epsilon naught. So the result is E axial is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught 2p over r cube. This is the electric field intensity in axial line due to an electric dipole. And if we talk here about the direction, so as we know that since here E2 is greater than E1, so the difference of these two is greater than 0, it means that the electric field will be effectively work along the direction of the electric field which is due to this positive charge. Means that the direction of electric field is E. Got it? So this is the direction of electric field, means we can say here along Px, along the direction of Px here. From the diagram we can say in this condition the electric field, net electric field which we are calculating here is along the direction of Px, means that here the electric dipole and this have same direction. So this is not a considerable point, but you have to note about the direction, how we will calculate, as we know that electric field inversely proportional to the square of distance. So from this calculation you can easily get the final direction of the electric field due to an electric dipole at their axial line. Got it? So student, after this we will talk here about the second condition in which we will calculate the electric field intensity in an equatorial line. So for that, pause the video and note down. Now see what happen in next condition in which we will calculate the electric field intensity in an equatorial line. So first I am writing the heading electric field intensity in an equatorial line due to electric dipole, as we know that. Okay, so you can add one thing, due to an electric dipole. So these two derivations are very important from the point of view of your examination. So see, here we have again an electric dipole AB in which two charges minus q plus q are separated small distance, which I am assuming here 2L, and the half of the distance AB is equal to L, means it is 2L, half of it L and half of it also L. Now here we are calculating the electric field intensity for an equatorial line. It means that we are calculating the electric field intensity on a line which is on a point which is on the line which is perpendicular bisector of the line joining the two charges, or we can say perpendicular bisector of the distance between the electric charge in electric dipole. So here I am considering the point, supposed to be this is our point P, where I again consider a unit test positive charge of 1 coulomb, positive 1 coulomb. Got it? So due to this electric dipole, we will calculate the electric field intensity on this point. So for that, first join the line. So join the line, this. So we can see here the direction is normally on the line AB. So the distance of this and this is equal from the geometry of a triangle, as you know. So supposed to be the angle is theta here. This will also theta, as we know that, and this is the distance which is L, and here I consider the point P is at distance, the point P is at distance small r from the center of an electric dipole, which is here supposed to be C. Okay, so if you will use here the Pythagoras theorem, as we know that it is normal, PC is normal to AB, so use Pythagoras theorem to calculate the length AP and BP. You will see by using Pythagoras theorem, it is a hypotenuse, it will be equal to the square root of sum of base square plus perpendicular square, means L square plus R square. Similarly, you will use here R square plus L square, means that both of the distance are equal. Got it? So now think about the direction of electric field. As we know that it is negative charge, it is or positive charge, so the force between them is attractive in nature. So as we know that the direction of electric field is along the direction of electric force, means that the direction, as we know that here we will use the attractive force, so the direction of electric field is along the direction PA, and this electric field at the point of P will again resolve in two components. Here think about it, two components. So one of this and other is this, because this is our theta angle, so by geometry this will also theta. So the line which is along to supposed to be Px dash will represent the horizontal component of E1, which is E1 sin theta. And similarly, when we talk here about the second one, before it, this is our E1 cos theta, not sin theta beta, and the second one is, this is our vertical component, which is E1 sin theta, horizontal component and vertical component. On the other hand, the second part, this is our positive charge, this one will also positive, so positive give us a repulsion, so repulsive force is in this way. So this is the direction of E2, supposed to be the electric field due to this plus Q charges E2. So that time the E2 will also resolve in two component, one of will be E2 sin theta, which is called here vertical component, and another will be in this direction E2 cos theta, and this is our theta angle, this will also theta angle. Got it? So here E2 cos theta and E1 cos theta are on same line Px dash. So we will continue our derivation with the help of this diagram, which make our derivation very easy and interesting. Okay, so see, I will start here once again from the initial derivation. Let us consider a test positive charge, plus Q naught is equals to 1 coulomb is placed at point P on the line on the perpendicular at point P on the perpendicular bisector. You can write like this also, perpendicular bisector line, which is known as equatorial line, equatorial line of electric dipole AB. Got it? Now from the diagram you can see, from the diagram, dear student, you can see here one thing from the diagram. See, I am writing the all things directly because I have explained already the things in front of you in oral way. So from the diagram you can see AP is equals to BP, the magnitude of the distance is equals to R square plus L square by using Pythagoras theorem, okay, by PGT, Pythagoras theorem. After that we can see here, you can write this, you can add one thing, add place P on the perpendicular at distance small r from midpoint of dipole or from point C. You can find the all points in the diagram. So this is our distance. Now E1 and E2 are the electric fields due to minus Q charge and plus Q charge of the electric dipole, of an electric dipole. Clear? So E1, the direction of E1 is PA, along PA, and direction of E2 is along PX double dash, or you can say away from BP. Now I am writing this derivation in short. Now from diagram we can use, as we know that E1 is attractive in nature, E2 is repulsive in nature, so I will use directly the concept from the diagram. E1 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught magnitude of this charge Q over distance is AP. Got it? So after that, if we think about the direction here, so we can use vector symbol 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. Otherwise, in place of vector symbol you can use magnitude also, because magnitude we will use here when we resolve E1 and E2 in two components, and on addition we will use. So here this is enough for me. This is our equation number 1, and E2 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon BP square. You can add one thing, the value of AP and BP, which is equals to E1 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon AP, means this R square plus L square whole square, and E2 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over R square plus L square whole square, like this in square root, and you know that this square root will cancel out by this square. So in next step, E1 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over R square plus L square, and this will be E2 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over R square plus L square. Now if you want to write the direction, you can use the direction, E1 direction along PA, and the direction of this away from BP, see, away from BP. This is the direction. Now here we have magnitude E1 and E2 which is equal in value or equal in magnitude. Since what we are observing, since the magnitude of E1 is equals to the magnitude of E2, and here I am considering this magnitude is equal to E, let. So after that we will use the condition of resolution of vector E1 and E2, or we can say electric field resolution we will talk. So pause the video and note down. Now students, see, after that we will resolve the electric field and add up the value and the other things. See here, E1, E2 we have done. Okay, now E1 and E2 will resolve in two components, at point P, E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta. Okay, horizontal component, H components of E1 and E2 respectively, and E1 sin theta, E2 sin theta, comma E2 sin theta, vertical components of E1 and E2. Okay, and these are the vertical components have opposite direction. You can see the diagram, they both have opposite direction, and this one you can add one thing, have in same direction, or in place of have you can write in same direction, in opposite direction. You can see the diagram. So therefore horizontal component add together and vertical component cancel out each other because the value of E1 and E2 is same, and sin theta is same for both, cos theta is same for both. So therefore vertical component, horizontal component, vertical component cancel out each other, so there is no contribution to get the electric field intensity at point P due to this electric dipole. So only horizontal component are responsible for it. So here we are using, therefore the net electric field due to an electric dipole at P. Got it? So here the electric field which we are calculating is the electric field in an equatorial line. So the symbol which I am using for finding the net electric field is E equatorial. E equatorial will be equal to, as we know that this component will add together and this will cancel out, so we can add one thing, E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. This is the addition of these two horizontal components, which will equal to the equatorial electric field intensity in an equatorial line. Okay, so from the previous discussion we know that the magnitude of E1 and E2 is same, which is equals to E. So I will use E1, I will replace these E1 and E2 by symbol E. So E cos theta and once again E cos theta. So these two add together give us 2E cos theta. This is the value of equatorial line electric field. Now here from the diagram you can see the value of cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse from Pythagoras theorem, as we know that trigonometry part. So here BP is equals to, base means this part AC, which is equal to L, and hypotenuse means this part, which is R square plus L square. So I will write the thing 2 in place of E. I will use the value, magnitudic value, which is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over AP square BP square. It means that R square plus L square, as you know that, and the value of cos theta, which is equals to L upon under root R square plus L square, means that R square L square raised to the power half. I will write this one like this, half. Clear? Now after that what we will do here, we will write the combination of this solution, which is equals to, student, see here E equatorial. Now I will write this value 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, and this will be the value into 2QL, and this will be the value here R square plus L square raised to the power 3 by 2. Got it? And you know that once again L is much smaller than R, so it means that L square is approach to 0. So I will put L square equals to 0 and P is equals to 2QL, this one. So therefore E equatorial is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught into P upon, got it, R square raised to the power 3 by 2. Now this 2 and this 2 cancel out. So E equatorial is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught into P upon R cube. This is the net electric field intensity due to an electric dipole in equatorial line. And if you want to show the direction of this, and the direction of this is along Px dash, along Px dash. Got it, student? So these are the topics of today's lecture. So see all the topics in part, and to understand much more the topic, practice the all topics in your rough notebook so that you can easily understand and you are able to solve these topics in your own language with confident way. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, student. Have a nice day.